Sometimes you come across a headline that drops your jaw. This is one of those. Immigrant Child Detention Center hired ex-Border Patrol agent busted for child porn. What? Okay, they say the nonprofit Southwest Key organization hired a former Border Patrol agent to work with immigrant children despite a previous arrest for child pornography. Ernesto Padron resigned from the government agency in 2010 after his arrest, but he was hired last year to work at the Casa Padre shelter, where boys 10 to 17 are being held, reported Texas Monthly. He was arrested in 2008 after an undercover FBI sting for alleged possession of child pornography, a second-degree felony, according to publicly available criminal court records in Cameron County. Prosecution of the case stalled under then-District Attorney Armando Villalobos, who was indicted on corruption charges in 2010 and was eventually convicted and sentenced to 13 years in prison. Current Cameron County District Attorney Luis Sáenz reviewed the backlog of cases after taking office in 2013 and found the statute of limitations for Padron's charges had expired, and the case was dismissed. So you know what's wild about this story? Somebody call Alex Jones. We found it, man. He's been talking nonstop for the past 2 years about how pedophiles secretly run this government, and pedophiles are the elite, and they're taking your kids and they're molesting them, and they're interdimensional child molesters and vampires and demon worshippers. Well, guess what? I found somebody in the government who has a record of at least child pornography, but he on purpose took a job to work with kids who have no power and no money and no way out. Alex Jones, I bet if you go over to InfoWars right now, that motherfucker's all over this one, huh? I bet that. Oh, no, wait. It has to do with the border, which means it has to do with little, like, Guatemalan or El Salvadorian kids. Is that how you say it? El Salvadorian? I don't fucking know. So, mum's the word, bitch. Mum's the word. We don't care about those kids. We don't care about those kids. Those aren't the kids that I'm concerned about. Is it really that much to ask to, like, not hire fucking pedophiles to work with kids? But he wasn't convicted of it. Why was he not convicted of it? Because the guy who was in charge of doing that was on unrelated corruption charges. He went down. And it's just because the statute of limitations expired. That's the only reason they weren't able to get him on it. So what are you saying? Are you supposed to not let anybody that was even accused of pedophilia work with kids? Yes. That is what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. It wasn't proven in a court of law. Just to be on the safe side, just maybe don't hire somebody who's accused of pedophilia to work with kids. I know, crazy. He can get a job somewhere else where there's not kids. It's not like I'm saying criminals should never be able to get a job, period. I'm saying if there were accusations of pedophilia, maybe just to be on the safe side, don't hire them to work with kids who are fucking locked up in cages nonetheless, who have no recourse. What a stupid fucking world we live in. Holy shit, what a stupid world. Thankfully, he's been axed as soon as all this stuff broke, but he should have never been hired in the goddamn first place. How much damage did he do? Like, what actually happened with this guy? And an even scarier thought, how many people like this are in a similar circumstance?